Good morning, lovely other humans. The writings on the wall. Before you move into 2020, I know, it's crazy. It's already here. You know, the stereotypical things that we do at the start of a new year. We're too close to the forest to see the trees. We are the last ones to really know what it is that we should focus on realistically and where we're at realistically. Our calibrator, our emotions, are fickle, and everyone is under some degree of stress. But for your particular individual situation, if you want to know what would be the most useful for you to focus on, you shouldn't. Yes, it's good to set a big lofty goal that you've always known you needed or want to do, like quitting smoking or getting fit. Those type of things, I'm not saying to throw them away. But the writing's on the wall, what that basically means is to get an assessment of yourself. Take a look at the writing on the wall, literally. What is on your wall? What is on your Facebook wall? What is on your home wall? What is on your book library wall? What is in your video media wall? What surrounds you? What are you taking in? When you take stock of what you're taking in, you realize where your head has been. A lot of negativity, you might need to shake that up. Change your library, change your posters, change your social media, change your friendships. Have your friendships been very negative? What about your food and your nutrition? How's your pantry looking? How's your fridge looking? Is it barren? Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you not been? Have you been living out of boxes rather than cooking? Maybe you should focus on taking better care of yourself and nutrition. Do you have an overstock? Do you have an overstock of anything? When you have too much, it's an indication that something is missing somewhere because you're focusing too much on something. If the world is a reflection back at us of where we are at any given moment. And so stepping back outside yourself from time to time and literally taking stock of your own world as if you were someone else walking into your life. What would someone think about the condition of your living situation? What would someone think about how you're feeding yourself, what you're reading, what you're listening to, what you're watching, what you allow people to treat you or not treat you, what you allow? Bad grammar. I allow bad grammar into my life. When you start taking stock outside of yourself, of your life as an outside observer, this can be initially difficult because you want to be judgmental. This is not a situation of judgment, or it can be difficult to step outside yourself perspective. But it's literally as easy as the writing on the wall. If you want to start by just taking a look around your living space, how organized or disorganized is it? It's an indication of how organized or disorganized your mind is. What kind of media are you taking in? What kind of commentary are you engaging in? What do you really get up to with your time? What kind of posters are staring you in the face every day? What kind of quotes and inspiration do you surround yourself with? What about your yard? Again, your friendships. What kind of people do you surround yourself with? Your workplace. What kind of situation, environment do you surround yourself with? And especially those things that are your conscious or unconscious choices, like what you're reading. the kinds of things you're saying and speaking to others, the kinds of people you are associating with, how you're presenting yourself, what you are focusing on as far as your health and your welfare. Have you been reading murder mysteries, watching murder shows, and have you been surrounding yourself in murder and death and politics? That's a little stressful. Maybe you need to lighten up that load a little bit. Have you been focusing all your time on other people and none of your time on yourself? Taking stock of the world around us that we create, because we get back what we put out. It's a cyclical thing, and then we take in, just like food fueling our body, what we take in visually, sensorily, relationally, situationally, what we feed our mind and spirit on a daily basis is what surrounds us. Yes, we're not supposed to focus too much on the circumstances at hand and just be mindful of the moment and let things pass through and through, but sometimes it's very, 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 very valuable to take stock objectively of where you really are, because that will highlight for you things that maybe aren't so positive, things that maybe aren't working out for you, things that maybe you need to change. And as you go into 2020, you can focus on just a couple of those. And that will really move your life from a position of lacking or difficulty or stress to a lighter, better place, literally, because you've actually focused on a problem that exists, a source of stress, a source of conflict, a lack of fulfillment, a lack of self-care, a negative feedback loop that is no longer going to be there, that exists right now. And whenever you take a problem away that you're experiencing right now, you feel better right now. So if you move around your apartment and clean it out, even if you don't, take a look around. Take a look around your apartment, take a look around your library, take a look around your social media, take a look around your social network, take a look around what you do in a day, take a look around your life as if you were an objective other, and see if you can identify one or two areas that you need to feed yourself better. And make that a focus for 2020. If you want immediate, achievable results, you really need to know what you're looking at, where you're really at, and what really needs to change. And it can be a tiny thing like get more sleep, spend more time with your kids, get more time to yourself, work less, work more, eat fruit. Maybe your house is stocked with Twinkies, who knows, but really that simple, and it'll make a difference immediately, and it's attainable. So yes, have your lofty goals and the shoulds that we should do in life, even though we shouldn't should on ourselves, like quitting smoking and exercise and healthy diet and all of those sort of things. But everyone's situation is different and everyone's needs are particular, and sometimes we're too close to the forest to see the trees. So step out of your life, take a look at your surroundings, take a look at what it is and what it's not. And if you were looking at you, would you be proud of you? I'm not talking about status, I'm talking about conducting your life. How well are you managing? And what can you change to manage better or add more joy in your life? And aim there. for a better year. In fact, if you aim there, you'll get a better January. It's a resolution you can follow. Love you guys. Bye, YouTube.